The sky turned dark over Seoul as the giant alien ship blocked the sun. People ran through the streets in fear. Some took photos with their phones. Others just stared up with open mouths. Captain Taiwan Park stood on the roof of the defense building. His hands gripped the railing until his knuckles turned white. The alien ship was bigger than anything humans had ever built. It floated there, silent and threatening, like a shark circling its prey. "How long have they been here?" he asked. Captain Sun, the older man next to him, checked his watch. 3 days now. Same message every 12 hours. Surrender or die. Taiwan shook his head. "And our weapons? We tried everything. Missiles, lasers, even the new railguns. Nothing works. The missiles explode before they even touch the ship. The lasers just bounce off. It's like throwing rocks at a tank." Back in the command center, screens showed more alien ships appearing around the world. London, New York, Beijing, Tokyo. Each one massive and dark, with strange lights pulsing along their sides. Lieutenant Jia Kim rushed in, her face flushed. "Captain Park, they're calling again. They want to speak to you directly." Taiwan straightened his uniform. He had been chosen because he used to work as a diplomat. The world leaders thought he might find the right words to buy them time. "Put them on the main screen," he ordered. The screen flickered and everyone in the room gasped. The alien had gray skin that looked like old leather. 4 yellow eyes blinked at different times on its large, round head. Its mouth was a slash across the bottom of its face. "I am Commander Vrek of the Narvak Dominion," it said, its voice deep and rough through the translator. "You are the human speaker?" Taiwan stepped forward. "I am Captain Taiwan Park of Earth's United Defense Force. Why have you come to our world?" The alien's eyes narrowed. "We have studied your planet for many years. Your resources are valuable. Your species is not. We offer one chance. Serve the Dominion or be removed." Around the room, military officers and scientists watched in silence. Some looked angry, others scared. The future of humanity depended on this conversation. "We are a peaceful species," Taiwan said carefully. "But we will defend our home. Perhaps we can find a way to share." "Share?" The alien made a harsh sound like metal grinding. "We do not share. We take. Your weapons are simple and weak. Our scans show primitive gunpowder weapons, basic missiles, and crude nuclear devices. None can harm our ships." On a side screen, Taiwan could see that Earth's most powerful nations had launched attacks against the alien ships. Fighter jets fired missiles that exploded harmlessly against invisible shields. Tank shells bounced off like raindrops. "You misunderstand us," Taiwan said. His heart raced, but he kept his voice calm. "Humans are more than our visible weapons. Your hidden bunkers and underwater bases have also been scanned," Vrek said. "Your secret weapons are known to us. Nothing you possess can damage even our smallest scout ship." As the alien spoke, Taiwan noticed a message flashing on his private screen. It was from the secret moon base. 2 words. "Sun flare ready." A small smile touched his lips. The aliens had missed something after all. "Commander Vrek," he said, standing taller now. "Your scans are impressive. But humans don't always keep our greatest strengths where they can be easily found." The alien's top eyes blinked slowly. "Brave words from a dying species. We have conquered 1,000 worlds. Many thought they could resist. All now serve the Dominion." "There's something you should know about humans," Taiwan said. "We look weak until we're not. We seem simple until we surprise you. Throughout our history, we've faced enemies who thought they were stronger. They're not here anymore. We are." The alien leaned closer to the screen. All 4 eyes focused on Taiwan. "Your test missiles failed to even scratch our shields. Your most powerful bombs would break apart before touching our hulls. What could you possibly have that we should fear?" "Imagination," Taiwan said simply. "Humans are very good at imagining new ways to solve problems." The alien made that grinding sound again. "You have 24 hours to surrender. Then we will show you how the Narvak Dominion deals with stubborn species." The screen went black. Around the room, people started talking all at once. Some argued for immediate surrender. Others wanted to evacuate major cities. A few just sat in stunned silence. Lieutenant Kim approached Taewon. Her hands shook slightly as she held out a tablet. "Sir, I just got the full report from our weapons test. Nothing we have can get through their shields. The best missile we have couldn't even make them flicker." Taewon took the tablet and studied it. "What about Project Sunflare?" Kim looked around and lowered her voice. "Sir, that's still experimental. Dr. Yoonji says it works in tests, but it's never been used in real combat, and we only have one prototype." Taewon walked to the window and looked up at the alien ship hanging in the sky. It was like a dark cloud, promising a storm that would wash away everything humans had built. "Sometimes one is all you need," he said, "if you have the right weapon in the right place." He turned back to the room and raised his voice. "Get me Admiral Min on a secure line. Tell him it's time to wake up Sunflare." As people rushed to follow his orders, Taewon looked again at the alien ship. The Narvak thought humans were weak because they couldn't see past their own ideas of strength. They had scanned for bombs and missiles and lasers, things they understood, but humans had always been good at thinking differently when their backs were against the wall. And right now, in a secret lab deep under the moon's surface, Dr. Yoonji Cho was putting the final touches on something the aliens couldn't even imagine. The corner of Taewon's mouth turned up slightly. The Narvak were about to learn an important lesson about humans. Never assume you know all our secrets. The moon was quiet. No air meant no sound. But deep inside it, humans were very busy. Dr. Yoonji Cho hadn't slept in 2 days. Her small office in the secret moon base was filled with empty coffee cups and food wrappers. On her walls were papers, with strange math symbols that few people on Earth could understand. She rubbed her tired eyes and looked at the clock. 18 hours until the alien's deadline. A knock on her door made her turn. Shung Ho, her best engineer, stood there with an excited look on his face. "Dr. Cho, the final parts are in place. Sunflare is ready for testing." Yoonji jumped up, knocking over a coffee cup. She didn't bother to clean it up. "Show me," she said. They walked quickly through metal hallways cut into the moon rock. Other scientists and engineers nodded to them as they passed. Everyone here knew what was at stake. The main lab was a huge room with a high ceiling. It had been dug out of the moon's surface 3 years ago, when the first strange signals from deep space made Earth's leaders worry. Nobody knew then that aliens were coming, but they wanted to be ready just in case. In the center of the lab sat Project Sunflare, officially called the Quantum Displacement Array. To most people, it looked like a big satellite dish with extra parts, but Yoonji knew it was so much more. "Power levels?" she asked, checking the main computer. "Holding steady at 85%, Seung Ho said. "That's higher than we've ever reached before." "Good." Yoonji turned to the rest of her team. 20 of Earth's smartest scientists stood waiting for her orders. "Begin the final test sequence." As they worked, a new group entered the lab. Admiral Min led several military officers in special moon base uniforms. They looked serious and tired. "Dr. Cho," the admiral said, "I need good news." Yoonji nodded to him. "Sunflare is ready for the final test. If it works, we can deploy it within 6 hours. "If it works," one of the officers said, sounding doubtful. "That's a big if. The aliens are about to attack Earth, and our only hope is an untested science project?" "Not just any science project," Yoonji said sharply. "Something completely new. Something the aliens can't possibly expect." The admiral looked at the device. "Explain it to me again, in simple terms." Yoonji took a deep breath. "The alien ships have strong shields that stop regular weapons. Bombs, missiles, lasers. Nothing gets through. But Sunflare doesn't try to go through their shields." "What does it do then?" another officer asked. "It changes the rules," Yoonji said. "Everything in our world is held together by 4 basic forces. Sunflare turns one of those forces off in a small area. And that means..." "It means," Shung Ho cut in, "that anything caught in that area simply falls apart. Not like an explosion. More like it just stops being there." The admiral's eyes widened. "You're talking about making matter disappear." "Not disappear," Yoonji corrected. The basic particles are still there, but they stop being connected. A ship, a rock, a person, anything in the field will just become a cloud of loose particles. A heavy silence fell over the room. Even the technicians stopped working for a moment. That's impossible, one officer finally said. Yoonji smiled tiredly. 3 years ago, yes. Now? We'll see in about 10 minutes. She turned to her team. Begin the test sequence. Lights dimmed as sun flare drew more power. On screens around the room, numbers and graphs showed the rising energy levels. It's holding steady, Seung-ho reported. 90% power? 95%? What's the test target? The admiral asked. Yoonji pointed to a screen showing the moon's surface. An old space shuttle sat there, left from an earlier mission. That shuttle, it's about the same size as what we want to create in the alien ship. Target locked, a technician called. Ready on your command. Yoonji looked at the admiral. Sir, your order. Admiral Min took a deep breath. He knew what this meant. If this worked, humans would have something that changed everything. A weapon like nothing before it. He nodded slowly. Proceed. Yoonji turned to her console. Activate sun flare. Nothing seemed to happen at first. No flash, no beam of light, no sound. The machine hummed a little louder, but that was all. Then, on the screen showing the shuttle, something strange happened. A perfect half-sphere of the shuttle simply vanished. The edges were clean, like it had been cut with the world's sharpest knife. Where part of the shuttle had been, there was just empty space. Everyone stared in shock. It worked, Seung-ho whispered. It actually worked. One of the officers stepped back. My God, what have we created? Yoonji checked the readings. The field was exactly 200 meters wide, just as we predicted. With more power, we could make it bigger. Could the aliens have anything like this? The admiral asked quietly. I don't think so, Yoonji said. We've studied their technology from their signals. They're very advanced in many ways, but they're still using physics as we understand it. This, she gestured at Sunflare. This is something new. Admiral Min walked slowly around the machine. When Captain Park gets their next call, the aliens will still think they have all the power. They think we only have simple weapons. They're wrong, Yoonji said, and that mistake will cost them. The admiral nodded. How soon can it be deployed? We need to add the stealth systems and load it on a ship, Seung-ho said. 6 hours maybe, less. Do it, the admiral ordered. I'll inform Captain Park that Sunflare is ready. As everyone rushed to prepare, Yoonji stayed by the main console. She placed her hand on the machine she had helped create. It looked so simple from the outside, but it would change everything. Let's hope we never have to make another one, she whispered to herself. Young Ho Kang checked his spacesuit one last time. It felt heavy, but he knew in space it would feel light. He and his team sat quietly in the small ship called Shadow. It was the smallest, fastest ship humans had, and it had special paint that made it hard for alien scanners to see. 5 minutes until launch, the pilot said. Young Ho looked at his 3 teammates. They had trained together for months, but not for this. They had trained to fix satellites or rescue lost astronauts. Now they were being sent on a much more dangerous mission. Everyone ready? He asked. Jin Woo, the team's tech expert, patted the strange cylinder between them. That was Project Sunflare, the secret weapon. It looked simple, just a metal tube with some buttons and lights, but inside was something that could change the war. I still can't believe this thing works, Jin Woo said quietly. I've been working with computers all my life, and I don't fully understand it. You don't need to understand it, Minji, the team's second engineer, said. You just need to turn it on. Their 4th team member, Hyun, was the strongest. He stayed quiet, just checking his tools again and again. The ship shook slightly as the doors opened beneath them. Through the floor window, they could see the moon's surface far below. This is Shadow. Their pilot called to the control room. Ready for launch. Shadow, this is Moonbase. You are cleared to launch, a voice answered. Good luck. The whole Earth is counting on you. The ship lifted off silently. No rockets, no fire. It used special electric engines that pushed against the moon's magnetic field. This made it nearly impossible to detect. Young-ho watched as the moon fell away below them. Soon Earth came into view, blue and beautiful, and around it, like dark spots, were the alien ships. "Target in sight," the pilot said after 20 minutes. "The main alien ship is directly ahead. Their shields are active, but they aren't firing. Weapons. They don't see us." Young-ho moved to the front window. The alien ship was huge, like a floating city in space. It had strange bumps and towers and glowing lines along its sides. Parts of it moved, shifting and changing shape slowly. "Remember," he told his team, "we only get one chance. The plan is simple. We get close, we attach Sunflare to their hull, we set the timer, we get away. And if they spot us?" Hyun finally spoke. Young-ho didn't answer for a moment. "Then we make sure Sunflare activates no matter what." Everyone understood what that meant. The mission was more important than their lives. "Approaching drop point," the pilot announced. 500 meters from target, 400, 300. Young-ho felt his heart beating faster. The alien ship filled their view now. It was so close they could see details on its surface. Strange patterns that looked almost like writing. 200 meter, 100. "Something's wrong," the pilot suddenly said. "I'm getting weird readings. I think..." Alarms started blaring. "They've spotted us," the pilot shouted. "Their weapons are powering up." Young-ho didn't hesitate. "Open the hatch. We go now." The back of the ship opened to space. The team had practiced this many times. They pushed off carefully, using small jets on their suits to move toward the alien ship. Jinwoo and Hyun carried Sunflare between them. Behind them, the shadow did a quick turn to draw the aliens' attention. A bright beam of energy shot from the alien ship, missing the shadow by just a few meters. "Keep moving," Young-ho ordered through his helmet radio. "We're almost invisible in these suits. The ship is the decoy." They flew silently toward the alien ship's hull. It was strange up close. Not smooth metal like human ships, but something that looked almost alive with small movements and changes of color. "This is the spot," Young-ho said as they reached the hull. "Jinwoo, start the attachment sequence." Jinwoo pressed buttons on Sunflare's side. Small arms extended from the device and began drilling into the alien hull. Strange liquid seeped out around the drill points. "It's working," Jinwoo reported. "The material is strong, but the drills are cutting through." Behind them, they saw a flash of light. The shadow was hit by an alien weapon. Parts of it broke off, spinning away into space. "Hurry," Young-ho ordered. "Attachment complete," Jinwoo said. "Now I need to start the..." More alarms beeped in their helmets. "Movement on the hull," Minji warned. "Something's coming." The hull was shifting, forming into what looked like a gun turret. It was turning toward them. "No time," Young-ho said. "Start the timer, now." Jinwoo's fingers flew over Sunflare's control panel. "Timer set for 2 minutes." "That's not enough. Time for us to get away," Hyun said. Young-ho looked at his team. "It has to be enough. Move." They pushed off from the hull, firing their suit jets at full power. Behind them, more weapon turrets were forming on the alien ship's surface. 1 minute 30 seconds, Jinwoo called out. They were moving fast now, but not fast enough. The alien ship was still too close. "I see the shadow," Minji called. "It's damaged, but still flying. If we can reach it..." A bright light flashed past them. One of the alien weapons had fired, narrowly missing Hyun. 1 minute remaining, Jinwoo said. The shadow was moving toward them, trying to reach them for pickup. But it was moving strangely, damaged from the earlier hit. "We're not going to make it," Hyun said quietly. Young-ho knew he was right. They were still too close to the alien ship. When Sunflare activated, they would be caught in its field. "Keep moving," he ordered anyway. "Every meter helps." 30 seconds, Jinwoo called. The shadow was closer now. They could see the open hatch, the pilot waving at them to hurry. 20 seconds. Another energy beam shot between them and the shadow. 10 seconds, Jinwoo said. His voice was calm now. Young-ho looked back at the alien ship, then at Earth shining in the distance. He thought of his family, his home. 5, 4, 3. It was an honor, Young-ho said to his team. 2, 1. A strange quiet filled the universe. Then, without sound or flash, a perfect sphere of the alien ship simply disappeared. The edges were clean and smooth, showing rooms and hallways, now open to space. Where Sunflare had been, there was now just a perfectly round hole in the massive ship, and the 4 humans, floating in the silent darkness of space, were gone too. Admiral Min stood rigidly before the main tactical display aboard the SDF Command Station Resolute. The assembled military and political leaders of Earth watched in stunned silence as the live feed showed a perfect spherical void where a section of the Narvak command ship had been. The QDA functioned exactly as designed, Yoonji reported, her voice carrying across the command center. Approximately 200 meters of the alien vessel simply ceased to exist. The footage was surreal. There was no explosion, no debris, just a perfect spherical section missing from the massive alien vessel, as if precisely scooped away by some cosmic ice cream scoop. The edges of the void were perfectly smooth, revealing decks, corridors, and compartments now exposed to the vacuum of space. Ghost Whisper Team? General Han asked quietly. Admiral Min shook his head slightly. No survivors. They knew it was a one-way mission. A moment of solemn silence fell over the command center, broken only by the beeping of consoles. The alien fleet is responding, a tactical officer announced. They're taking defensive positions. On the display, the remaining Narvak vessels began to move, forming a protective formation around their damaged command ship. Open a channel, Admiral Min ordered. When the communication was established, the Admiral faced not Commander Vrek, but a new Narvak officer, this one with battle scars crisscrossing his leathery face. I am Supreme War Leader Krull of the Narvak. Dominion, the alien announced, its translator struggling with the guttural tones. You have employed a weapon unknown to our science. Explain. Admiral Min stepped forward. This is Admiral Min of the Solar Defense Force. What you witnessed was merely a demonstration of one of humanity's defensive capabilities, a small-scale prototype. Our production models have significantly greater range and power. It was a bluff, of course. The QDA prototype had been their only functioning unit, and Yoonji's team would need months to build another. Impossible, Krull hissed. Our scans detected no such weapon in your arsenal. Clearly your scans were incomplete, Min replied coolly. We have deployed 12 larger units at strategic positions throughout our system. Each is capable of creating a disruption field 1 kilometer in diameter. Behind him, Yoonji struggled to keep her expression neutral at the audacious lie. The weapon you witnessed was delivered by a small team willing to sacrifice themselves, Min continued. Our production models are remotely operated and can be deployed against any target in our system within minutes. The next demonstration will not be against a ship but against your homeworld, unless you withdraw from Earth space immediately. Krull's multiple eyes narrowed. You would not dare attack our homeworld. It would mean total war. A war you now know you might not win, Min countered. We've studied your technology. Your ships are impressive, but you rely on conventional physics. Our quantum displacement technology operates on principles your science hasn't discovered. You can't defend against what you don't understand. The alien was silent for a long moment, its strange eyes unblinking. You have 6 hours to begin withdrawal, Min stated firmly. After that, we deploy our remaining weapons. The choice is yours. Retreat or face annihilation. The transmission ended abruptly. General Han approached Min. That was quite a performance, Admiral. Let's hope they believed it. Min's face remained grim. Have all remaining conventional forces prepare for combat. If they call our bluff, we'll need every weapon we've got. 3 months after the Narvak retreat, Captain Taewon Park stood at the memorial erected to honor the Ghost Whisper team. The simple stone monument, placed on a hill overlooking the Pacific Ocean, bore just 5 names in a single line. They saved us all. Beside him, Dr. Yoon-ji Cho placed a small white flower at the base of the memorial. The quantum displacement technology. What will happen to it? Taewon asked quietly. Yoonji sighed. the weight of her creation evident in her tired eyes. The Global Defense Council has classified everything. We're building more, of course. 5 are already operational, with another 7 planned. They want a network that can actually do what we claimed. A deterrent. Yes. Though I sometimes wonder if we've opened a door that can't be closed. A cool breeze swept over the hillside as they stood in contemplation. Young-Ho knew he wouldn't return, Taewon said after a while. The night before the mission, he sent me a message. He said that humans have always been underestimated, by each other, by nature, and now by beings from beyond our world. They certainly underestimated us, Yoonji agreed. The Narvak intercepted transmissions of our entertainment broadcasts, Taewon said with a slight smile. They watched our science fiction, our movies, our shows about space battles with lasers, and torpedoes. They prepared for those weapons. Instead, we gave them something from beyond even our own imagination. They turned as Admiral Min approached, accompanied by a group of officials in formal attire. "Captain Doctor," Min greeted them. "The council representatives want to see the memorial before the ceremony." "Has there been any word from Narvak Space?" Taewon asked. Min nodded. "Our long-range probes detected increased activity at their border outposts. They're building new defenses, trying to develop countermeasures to our technology. Will they succeed?" one of the officials asked nervously. Yoonji shook her head. "Not quickly. The principles behind quantum displacement are unlike anything in their scientific paradigm. It would be like asking medieval alchemists to understand nuclear fusion." "Then we're safe?" the official pressed. "For now," Admiral Min answered. "But they'll be back someday with new weapons, new defenses. That's why we can't stop with the QDA. Humanity needs to keep pushing forward, developing technologies that no one, not even we, can predict." As the officials moved to examine the memorial, Taewon looked up at the clear blue sky, knowing that beyond it, the stars held countless other civilizations, some perhaps already aware of the small planet that had repelled the mighty Narvak dominion. Young-Ho's message ended with something that stayed with me, he told Yoonji quietly. He wrote, "The universe will learn that humanity's greatest weapon has never been our technology. It's our refusal to accept limitations imposed by others, even the limitations of reality itself." Yoonji smiled faintly. He was right. And whatever comes next from the stars, friendly or hostile, they'll find that humanity is still breaking those limitations every single day. In orbit high above them, unseen but vigilant, the first full-scale quantum displacement array silently tracked thousands of objects in near-Earth space, a guardian born from humanity's unique blend of desperation, imagination, and hope, the true weapons that no alien race had yet learned to counter.